Welcome back, data leaders and learners. Today we'll be seeing your first challenge once you've decided to learn programming. The first challenge is you have to get your program correct. First program has to be correct. Then only you will get the interest. Second, you need to keep the code that you got correct for your future reference. Third, you have to continue this again and again and again. Programming is as simple as that. One step at a time and keep it steady. For doing that, before even you can execute, you need to have the environment set up. Today, I am going to show you some of the most important steps that you need to take for installing GitHub and Python inside your operating system. For that, first I will show you how to find GitHub and Python in the internet. Okay, let me go to that right now. In the Google search bar, you ask for Python installation on Windows. You just give this search and you will get this link or similar to this link in python.org website. Click that, you will be taken to python.org website. Usually there will be the latest release that has come and all the information regarding the past releases also will be provided. In order for us to download as new members who are trying to learn Python, we have to go into Windows. We are working for Windows Python installation. Go into Windows and look for stable releases. This is very, very important. And under that, most probably your Windows will be 64-bit because most of the laptops currently are coming with minimum 4 GB of RAM. So your Windows installer has to be 64-bit. So select that and it will pop up a window to download. So download that and keep it in a location where you can find it. That is for Python. Similarly, you have to download for Git. For that, use git-scm/download. This is the search term you have to provide and click on the first link you get. That is called git download scm. Once you do that, again, you will see a similar kind of a location where you will be given a choice. Linux, Mac and Windows. So click on Windows and in Windows, get the latest 64-bit version. In case if your laptop or your OS is 32-bit, select 32-bit. In a moment, I will show you how to find whether it is 64 or 32-bit. I have shown you how to find the location of the files. But before that, you have to have something much more important, and that is you need to work upon your physical environment. Don't go into any of these setting up activities without finding a comfortable location in your home. Second, you should have a very good internet connectivity. Third, ensure that you have permission to install softwares inside these operating systems. If you are using your relations or your office laptop, ensure you have appropriate permissions because all these steps are going to be a part of your experience, learning experience. If any of these things fail, you will get frustrated. In order to learn something, you should have a smooth flow. So ensure you keep your environment ready for learning. And the last two are important. Let me explain to you why. You need to have a pen and a notepad nearby always so that you can take notes if you have any questions. You might be wondering what kind of notes might come when you are installing. Always ensure that you have a pen and paper in front of you. You will be glad that you did. Second, you need to have a Google Mail account access. This will be required if you have to get GitHub account access that we will be going into detail in a couple of videos. This is how you first start. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to go and install Python on Windows machine. So this is how we are going to do that. Okay, here we are with the file that I've already downloaded. I have downloaded both Git as well as Python in Windows machine. So my Windows installation is in this location. You can find the location by going to the if you right click on any folder inside Windows and click on properties, you will find the location. So my files have been stored at administrators download folder. So if you click on this, you will see a lot of download folders, a lot of folders related to this PC. In that download, I have this file, Python. Just double click on this file. It will start the installation process. It will say install now or customize installation. Just proceed with install now. You don't need to change any of these settings. You need to also give this setting is very, very important. Add python.exe to path. I will explain to you what is path in a moment. Ensure that you add this to the path. Now install now, click on that and it will start install. It will take couple of seconds for installing depending on your laptop speed and processor speed. Once that is installed, you don't need to restart your machine. You do not need to restart your machine. We are going to install GitHub and then we will restart it. Just give it a moment. There it is downloading and there it is unpacking and installing. In the meantime, I will also set up, keep it ready so that we can start this once it is ready. Okay, so setup was successful. So we need to get this setup was successful from Python on your machine. This is how you complete the installation for Python. I will tell you the next step what we need to do with Python after installing Git. Okay, I am going to install Git right now. So once I click on run, it will start the process. The entire process of installing Git, always all these softwares are open source softwares. So there will be GNU license. The location of Git installation is like this. It will take at least 300 MB of file space. Just give OK. You will see that Windows Explorer integration, Git Bash and Git GUI. These two should be available always. Ensure that you give this, select these two checkboxes. Then use next. And this is for giving it on your desktop. You can use the Notepad as Git's default editor. This is important because Notepad, the editor is required whenever we are going to give a commit to Git. I will explain to you later. You will see that once we start the process. Next. Adjusting. Okay, all these things can be given as default. You don't need to change anything. Just give OK for all these things. Give next for everything. And once it is all set up, use the default, and once it is all set up, the Git will be installed in your machine. Next, what we are going to do is, I am going to show you how you can download the repo that I have shared in this link. You can use git clone to download the repo. So you don't need to click on any launch git bash, just say finish. And you don't need to do any restart also, as I already explained. Just close this window. Close all tabs. And what you need to do is, right now, you have to come to Windows desktop and click on the Windows button and type CMD. And the moment you type CMD, you will get the command prompt. The command prompt here. Click on command prompt. And once you click on command prompt, you will get this kind of a prompt. This kind of a prompt. You are the administrator. In your case, this will be a different name. In my machine, I am the administrator. In your machine, you will be your own machine's name. I will call the computer, the laptop, as machine because it's made of parts, so I call it as machine. So that is how I have been programmed. I have been practicing. So kindly bear with me on that. I will not be calling it as laptop or computer or whatever it is. I will be calling it as machine. In your machine, on this command prompt, type git. If you type git and press enter, you will see such a list of commands and options comes down. In that you will see git clone, git init, and add, move, restore. All these are the basic commands that you are going to master in couple of minutes. I will explain to you how are we going to do that. That is first thing you need to check. And second you need to check is Python. Once you type Python and enter like this, the Python prompt will come out like this. This is when you can be sure that Python has been installed. In order to come out, you have to either use exit or you can use Ctrl D like this. If you press Ctrl D also, you will exit out of Python prompt. This is how you set up the environment inside Windows machine. So with this, you have already installed and you have got Python running in your OS, and you have got Git running in your OS, and this is more than sufficient for getting much of the Python programs to run and see the output. You will be astonished that you don't need any kind of IDEs or any other extra support for running the Python programs. That is the power of this particular programming language. We will go step by step to the next. Before we go, I am going to next move to Linux environment, and I will show to you how to do that, how to do the same installation in Linux. Ubuntu is used most predominantly, so I will be using a Ubuntu Linux machine to show you how to install Git and Python. To my knowledge, in Ubuntu the Git is already installed by default, because in fact Linus Torvalds, the Linux inventor, was the person who actually coded Git also. So he actually got the Git programmed so that he can download the files from the repo very easily. So it was his idea. Obviously all of the Linux installations comes with Git.